The competitive dance team had another successful season this year. We advanced to state, made it to day 2, and we finished in 11th.
Additionally, we competed 2 routines at our DTU Nationals in Orlando, Florida. Our all-star lyrical routine placed 5th, and congratulations to our all-conference members, Maddie Fugit, Ashley Stednicki, Ellie Matz, Bella Lebeds, and Faith Goitia.
Over the years, to watch the Andrew cheer culture grow into a family culture has been really important as an athlete in the cheer community.
During our competitive cheer season, we qualified for state for the 4th year in a row.
We have fundraised over $2,000 for Lurie's Children's Hospital. We continue to support athletic and extracurricular events here at school, as well as aiding our teachers. We also have made blankets for hospitalized children, and we've also donated thousands of dollars worth of goods to Ronald McDonald House.
We had 6 wins this year, but our record does not show how much hard work and determination we fought with on the floor. I am so proud of how we came together as a family this season.
We got better throughout the whole year, just working hard, and we ended up with 2 state qualifiers that went down to state.
The Sleep in Heavenly Place is a foundation who builds beds for kids who really need them. They're top-notch. They can be bunk beds or just regular beds. And we helped with sanding and cutting the wood that they gave us and helping them put it together and giving them what they needed to build the beds.
Our competition season started about a month and a half to 2 months ago. We started with the Rembrandt competition where we got 2nd place overall, and we got 1st out of the Winds division. And then we went to MYA about a month later, MYA competition. We actually won that, we got 1st. And then recently over break, we traveled to Austin, Texas and performed at the Coltman Chamber Music Competition. And it was with groups like all around the country, so it was a higher level competition where we advanced to finals and we ended up placing 3rd. So pretty happy with that. And then finally we advanced to the quarterfinals of the fish-off competition, which is essentially the national competition for chamber music. And we will be competing there in late May.
We've had a variety of great things happen this year. We competed down at Lamont's Midwest Music Festival a few weeks ago. Both the bands had really great performances, probably the best runs I've seen of those programs. Both bands got 1st place in our classes among a few other awards, and our Wind Symphony came away with the grand championship of the whole event. Wind Symphony also sent in our tapes to audition for the Super State Festival, which we got the results from yesterday and we made it in, which I am super excited for. We've had some different rehearsals. We have in our symphonic band, the brass and the woodwinds and the percussion, they all rehearse separately this year, but then they come together and they make amazing music, and it's so much better than it would have been if they were all rehearsing together all the time.
We had a lot of really fun events this year, including movie nights, scavenger hunts, and escape rooms, and even a t-shirt design from one of our own club members. And we got to celebrate Women's History Month with guest speakers from the school, including Dr. Othman, Miss Pagic, and Miss House. And it was really great and inspiring to hear from all of them, especially coming from a community we're all a part of.
We won both the Revis and Oak Forest tournaments. For the first year in school history, we were undefeated in match play with a record of 11-0. We finished 2nd at conference and had 3 girls finish all conference, Sydney Rimza, Elena Morrill, and Deanna Wiedmeyer. And we won regionals, making us the regional champions for the 4th year in a row now. And then after sectionals, we had 1 girl qualify for state individually, and that was Elena Morrill.
Obviously, meeting 100% in person was a big thing for us. It helped with more cooperation and coming up with new ideas. We also came up with faster spreads for the deadlines, meeting our deadlines with Walsworth. We also expanded our roster, creating a bigger community and a positive environment for us to make new friends.
This was the first year that there was a sanctioned IHSA girls wrestling state, and 6 of us, we actually qualified to go to state, and it was a really great experience. It was a lot of our first years doing it, and it was just really fun. I actually came in 7th place, and a lot of the girls, they went against really good, like really experienced girls, and it was our first year like even doing wrestling, and they ended up doing really well also.
But in past years, we've competed and we've done pretty well overall. Most proud of, personally, I placed 5th place last year, and years before I've placed 11th. But we're excited for this year in the upcoming competition.
As a team, we didn't do like as good as we should have, but other than that, we had 1 all-conference and we had 2 sectional qualifiers.
As fandoms, we did a lot this year, actually. Despite some COVID restrictions, we were able to go to C2E2, which is one of the biggest cons in America. We managed to cosplay with the help of our lovely Jen Watson. And we held a large fan fiction event for our aspiring writers that Mr. Doozer, he's wonderful, helped with the literature of. And as such, we just got a lot done. We also are playing a Dungeons & Dragons game. We have had 4 sessions. I am a DM myself, as well as Julia Fliss.
This year we were able to hold our first annual Thunderpalooza. Since we weren't able to have a dance in the winter, we thought this would be a way to get kids together and just have some fun. So we had some jumpies, karaoke, game trucks, laser tag, and it was just a really good night just for everybody to hang out.
We're the 3rd team in school history to get 20 wins. 3rd team to also win a regional. We lost the next game, but it was a very close game. We had the most points scored in the game with 97. That was our first game of the season, actually, in a Thanksgiving tournament. We ended up winning. We had a successful season in general. My team bonded together. Our coach pushed us in practice a lot, and I was grateful for my guys.
So this year we've made state. 12 members of our team made state this year. I've learned, this is my 2nd year in the program, so I've learned much about all the engineering concepts that come with it. I'm glad that Andrew gives out these classes that I want to pursue engineering in my future. I'm glad that Andrew gives out these classes. And I've learned a lot with the software. I'll find myself probably I'll use it in the future. I'm excited. 12 members of our team made state.
Culture Connection Club was able to teach many different students about different culture throughout the school year until now. We were able to host our first event for teachers to teach them about one of the cultures, and we are planning to host a dinner for students that's coming up.
This year, SAE posted a lot of really successful events, like our Start with Hello Week in the fall, our spooky season with Save in October, and one of our really most previous ones was our Say Something Week in March, where we had a whole community come together. We had lots of community representatives, our school board representatives, and our staff representatives here in the building just come together to support the message of saying something.
DECA accomplished 2 really awesome things. One of them is that we made it to state. 9 out of 11 of us in the club managed to make it to the state conference, which is over in O'Hare by the airport. And so while we were there, 2 of us managed to get top 10 in our events. Those 2 people were Jace Abraham and Noah Matthew Montoya, which is me, by the way. Hey, what's up? This is Jace Abraham, and this is Nico Guzman. And as you can see here, Nico Guzman is fixing Jace's tie, because even though Jace Abraham here is a senior, he does not know how to tie a tie. And so he has to rely on his junior to tie his own tie. Now, this is reflective of our companionship in DECA.
Project Diversity accomplished 2 amazing shows despite the circumstances we were given by only having 2 full dress rehearsals, which was a little bit of a rush and really scary, but I'm so proud being the president because everyone was able to make an amazing show, and it was really supportive because despite all the COVID circumstances, we weren't able to get quite back to normal and what we usually do with diversity, but we overcame those consequences from COVID, and we really enjoyed and had an amazing show.
So this year I went to the conference put on by the University of Chicago. Typically we go downtown, but this year due to COVID circumstances we did have to do it virtually. And I was part of a committee called the Parliament of Eswatini, where we wrote a constitution and then we essentially dealt with the consequences of that constitution. And because our committee was so small, I was able to participate a whole lot, and it was a great time and very engaging.
So in winter percussion, we've competed in 2 Winter Guard International Regionals.
The first one was the Chicago Regional. We finished in first place, and the second was the Indy Regional, and we finished in second. We've also competed in 2 Indiana Percussion Association events, in which we placed first at both of those. And on April 16th at 7:30, we will be performing our completed production, Made to Be Broken, in the main gym.
This year, with our show Immortals, we have competed in 3 Midwest color guards. We've done at Naperville Central, Schaumburg, and TF South. We have come 3rd place at all of them. On the weekend of April 2nd, we will be competing at Midwest Color Guard Circuit, where we will be competing against all the color guards around in the Midwest. And then on April 6th, we will be traveling to Dayton, Ohio to compete in WGI.
Well, for the first time in our history, our entire team went all conference in the SWSC, and then we finished 20th place at the IHSA state tournament out of 128 teams that qualified.
As you've just heard, we have so much to be proud of with all of our students and team accomplishments. Lastly, we want to talk about one amazing accomplishment. Haley Bissell has been named a National Merit Finalist. This is a great accomplishment for Haley and as a representative of Andrew High School. Congratulations, Haley.